There's a statement from Paul Finebaum about Alabama that's getting a lot of attention right now. And listen, I know many of you always say we shouldn't take Finebaum too seriously. Okay, I get it, but this time is different. This time, he said something that directly involves our fan base. According to Finebaum, if Alabama beats the Wisconsin Badgers, Crimson Tide fans are going to do something different, something that could completely change the atmosphere heading into the game against Georgia. Did he go too far? Or did Paul Finebaum just say out loud what many people are already thinking? That's exactly what we're breaking down right now here on Roll Tide Press. Alabama is coming off an important win against Louisiana Monroe. Sure, we know, it wasn't an elite opponent, but that victory played a crucial role, rebuilding confidence after the loss to Florida State in the season opener. Now, the next challenge is Wisconsin, and this game could be far more decisive than it seems, not just because of the result, but because of the psychological impact it could have inside the locker room and on the fan base. Here at Roll Tide Press, we've been discussing for weeks how the matchup against Georgia could represent a true turning point in the post-Nick Saban era. It's the kind of game that could redefine the narrative, shift the momentum, and even reset the expectations of the entire Crimson Tide nation for the rest of the season. And this is where Paul Finebaum's take becomes interesting. At first glance, his words might sound like just another provocation, but in reality, they make us stop and think. And here's the key detail. Before Georgia, there's Wisconsin. This isn't just another game on the schedule. This matchup has the potential to change the tone of the entire season. Think about it. If Alabama beats Wisconsin convincingly, with an efficient offense, a solid defense, and physical dominance over the Badgers, the energy inside the locker room will change completely. The players will feel they're on the right track. Confidence will skyrocket, and the preparation for Georgia will gain an entirely new dimension.
But how convincing does Alabama's victory on Saturday need to be for people to kind of sigh of relief, to kind of relax about where this team might be heading under Kalen DeBoer?
I think it would be helpful. It's not essential because then there's a week off and then there's Georgia, which corrects everything one way or the other. I thought the La Monroe game for an off-brand game did Alabama a lot of good. It just gave reason to believe again, and sometimes fan bases need that. I felt like the Alabama fan base has come back a long way in 1 week. It can yin and yang very often, and I think this is a game that nobody is looking at like what we would have maybe with Ron Dane, running in the backfield for Wisconsin. But I do think it will matter because it's a Big Ten game. So I expect Alabama to play well. I just, for the life of me, can't understand the performance in the first week. Doesn't really matter anymore, though.
If they win, let's say by 14, will people be back like losing their minds, or do you think they'll be content with, hey, survive in advance, take a week off, let's get ready for Georgia?
I think they just need to survive. I don't think there's a number. I thought last week was maybe more important, just to go out there and play a near perfect game, and they did. By the way, Bama fans, as much as we both love them, are not going to really determine anything right now. It's the guys wearing the uniform on the field, and I think a win here, as long as it's decent, I think will give them a break during the off week. But I can already predict, if the confidence comes back, what Alabama fans are going to be saying the week of the Georgia game, and they're going to have a swagger because they really do believe they own Georgia now. We can snicker, but the record lately, for the most part, backs that up.
All right, let's break down Paul Finebaum's comments. The truth is, Alabama isn't the same team it was during the Nick Saban dynasty era. We all know a lot has changed. New leadership, a new system, younger players stepping into key roles, and a head coach, Kalen DeBoer, who's still shaping this team's identity. But when we look at the numbers, there's no denying it. Alabama's recent history against Georgia is dominant. In the last 10 matchups, the Crimson Tide has won 9 times. Georgia's only win came in the 2021 national championship game. And here's the key point. That shows Alabama still carries a winning DNA. But that was a different era. Under Saban, the games had a unique atmosphere and a confidence built over years of dominance. Now, Debor's challenge is to rebuild that mentality, and this game against Wisconsin could be the first real step toward doing that. So, Crimson Tide fans, here's my question to you. Do you believe this 9-1 record against Georgia is enough reason to feel confident heading into that matchup? Or do you think, under Debor, a new chapter has to be written from scratch? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's debate this together, because the most complete coverage of Alabama's future you'll find right here on Roll Tide Press.